is crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's minus 14 degrees Fahrenheit. Today, expect a high of 17 degrees. Enjoy your weekend.
How can you enjoy this type of weekend? So after seeing the temperatures this morning, I decided not to do a couple of videos that I was planning on doing today. So instead, I'm gonna take it easy. I'm gonna watch some TV, maybe have lots of coffee with my wife, and I decided to take a trip over to the Kubota dealer because I want to pick up the chains. So chains finally came for the 2 back wheels on my tractor. I also have some shoes and an edge for my snowblower, a spare one. I'm gonna pick those up, and then after that I'm just gonna hang out around the house because it's way too cold. It was 16 below zero this morning, and now it went up to 4 below zero. That's a slight improvement, but I don't know. I don't think I want to work outside today. Maybe tomorrow. Two things, guys. I decided to go with the Platinum High Mileage synthetic oil. I still can't find the regular oil, the conventional one, but this will work great. So because my car has over 200,000 miles, this is the type that I definitely need to use. And also I got the chains from the Kubota dealer. Now these are Piedmont Chain Company, and I'm gonna go ahead and open them up right now to see what it looks like. I'm not gonna install them today. It's way too cold for that up here. But these chains are gonna go on the back tire of my Kubota. They don't recommend to put chains on the front due to steering issues, suspension issues. Only the back tires for this specific model. At least that's what the salesman at the Kubota dealer told me. So yeah, I got a mile of chain here. That's gonna be a project for tomorrow, next week, or yeah, whenever I get the chance. Part number GT5308. If any of you guys out there has a Kubota with chains, let me know if you got the same part number. Just curious. And I also got another hard plastic skid shoes and cutting edge DX2817. I wasn't expecting this. This is an additional one from the company, and this was at no charge. Whenever I go outside to take out the trash can to the curbside, I have to wear my cleats, because if not, I'll be slipping and sliding all over the place. that ice buildup just never goes away. Doesn't melt either. Now, I took the trash cans out a couple of days ago. Now I need to go pick them up and bring them back up to the house. Now, when I got up yesterday morning, the temperature was 16 below zero. I couldn't believe it myself. I had a lot of plans. I was planning on creating a couple of videos for you guys, but after seeing that, I completely changed my mind. There is no way I was gonna go outside and record anything. No. But eventually, I'll get to them. I mean, today is Sunday, and it's not as bad. Today, right now, I believe it's 8 degrees, and it feels like 2 below zero. It's not as bad as yesterday, that's for sure. As you can see, it's a nice, beautiful, sunny day again here in upstate New York. Sometimes when I tell people I live in New York, they think of the city. New York City. But I live in upstate, and this is what most of New York is like. And oh, by the way, guys, I need your help. I know I have a few heating and air conditioning guys following me on this channel, and this is my problem. Yesterday, one of my heating zones went off, or it's not working properly. What I mean by that is I have radiant heating throughout the house. The water is obviously heated by the boiler, the wood boiler, and out of the six zones, 2 are not working properly. One of them is my garage. I have it set up to 55, but the temperature will only go up to 32. Now, yesterday morning, with the big drop in temperatures, I went into the war room, my office, and I've always had it set to 66. But yesterday morning, it was down to 55. Something happened. I mean, I haven't changed anything. I haven't touched any valves and turned anything off. It just went down to 55 or so. And right now, it will not go beyond 59. It won't go any higher than that. I did change the batteries on a couple of my thermostats, and it seemed to have no effect whatsoever. Now, I haven't called the heating professional because in the next couple of days, I'll be in Philly. So by the time you see this, it'll be Tuesday. When I come back, if I haven't resolved it by then I'll call a professional. But if any of you know what it is, what the problem could be, let me know in the comments below. Yeah, comments below. Once I go back into the house, I'm gonna show you my system so you can take a look at it, and maybe 1 or 2 of you out there can explain to me what it is that I'm looking at. Sometimes you have to ask for help. I've never had a system like this before. A lot of it is Greek to me. I've been looking at a few manuals that the previous homeowner left, but I haven't been able to figure it out. So a couple of days ago, I was going down this hill in a plastic thingy. I forget what they call it. It's kind of like a sled. You get on it and you go down the hill. When I got on it and I started going downhill, it started picking up a lot of speed, and I got a little scared. So I had to stop a little bit early, a little bit prematurely, because I didn't want to go down 50 miles an hour all the way to the bottom and fall and break a leg or an arm or something. But it was kind of fun. I haven't done anything like that since, I don't know, maybe since I was 6, maybe 7. I had a sled, one of those old-time sleds, once in my life, and At the time, I lived in Holyoke, Massachusetts. I lived there for maybe 6 months. Back in, I don't know, I'm gonna guess 71, 72. We moved to Holyoke for about 6, 7, 8 months, and then we moved back to South Jersey. But I do remember that sled like it was yesterday. It was so much fun. And by the way, in Massachusetts, back then in Holyoke, it was like snowing every other day. I remember mountains and mountains of snow everywhere all the time, because we just happened to move there in the winter. Once I opened up my door, my front door, and it was snow piled high. I had to look up. Now, keep in mind that I was only 7 years old, and I remember having to look up to the top of that snow. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun. The people there were very nice. The teachers, I remember going to school there. It was the second half of 2nd grade. Yeah, good memories. Oh, and one more thing, guys. Maybe some of you have the solution to this, but you see my downspouts to my gutter system? It's all ice. It starts up there and it goes all the way down to the bottom. You see that? It's been like that for weeks. If anyone has a solution for this, put it in the comments below as well. So I'm thinking it could possibly be air in the system, but I'm not sure. But let me show you my system. Lots of pipes and valves and electronics everywhere. So what I have is this boiler here, Wheel McLean, and this water heater. Now that's my water. It comes in through this pipe here. It feeds into this water heater, and from here it goes into my boiler. So it's got this valve here and this little thing, I don't know what they call these, this other valve here on the side, and I believe this is what feeds the water into my boiler system. And obviously you have all these circulator pumps, and they're split into zones. I have 6 zones, by the way. You got the 6 up there. Only 4, from what I can see, 4 are connected to circulators or pumps, and these last 2 are not. But how do I know they're separate zones? It's because the previous owner put 6 pieces of tape on this one to indicate this is zone 6. This is zone 1, that's 5, that's zone 4, 3, and 2. And zone 2, this one right here, feeds the war room or my office. Now all of these are working, okay? They are all working, including this one. Yeah, I can feel it. It's super warm, but when I touch the pipe up here, it doesn't feel that warm at all. I checked this electronics box yesterday, and let me take the cover off. No, actually I did it yesterday and this morning as well. Now notice, this is, what do they call this? The taco or taco, I think they pronounce it, but looks like taco to me. And SR506 electronics box, I think it is, to a fuse box. It's a 6-zone switch and relay with priority. Now all the fuses there work because we tested them this morning. My wife and I did. Now there are 2 lights, two red lights back here, but that is not an indication of anything wrong. That only means that those 2 zones, 5 and 6, are asking for heat. Now zone 2, the light is off, and that's the war room, and that's where it dropped to 59 degrees. So actually it dropped to 55, now it's at 59. And it should be on as well, but that is off. Maybe the lights, you know, I don't know, it's not working. But this box has been here since about 2006, I believe. That's when the house was built. But yes, it appears that all the circulating pumps are working. but I'm having issues with 2 zones. Now I don't recognize any of this. The guard dog, they also have this thing here. It's called the super vent. Next to the circulating pumps, it's called the super vent. I believe there is a way for you to vent this to take the air out of the system. It may do it automatically, not sure. But if anyone has any idea, let me know. If I can't figure it out by Wednesday when I come back from Philly, then I'll call the a professional to do it, to come and take a look at this system and tell me exactly what the problem is. Oh, and by the way, this is a hot water that comes from the boiler. One is incoming and the other one is outgoing. Not sure which one's which, because when I touch them both, they appear to be just as hot. And that's what they call the heat exchanger. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button to find out what I'm doing next on this homestead. And I'll see you on the next one.
Even in the hard times.